Alright guys, so today I'm going to be ranking editing apps and softwares from the best to worst, alright? So I'm going to first start off with the program or software that I am probably using to edit this video right now, and that is Sony Vegas. Now, Sony Vegas is basically After Effects and Filmora. It's super simple. It's not as hard as After Effects, but Vegas doesn't have some stuff that After Effects has, but same thing with After Effects, it doesn't have some things that Vegas has. So what I would say, and I know that a bunch of you will also say that there were a bunch of COD montages, actually a bunch of like pro editors, movie makers, I'm pretty sure, and some of the best CS and COD editors actually use or used Vegas. Now, since I'm a COD editor myself, Filaki, and I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce his name, he actually does use Sony Vegas. It can have most effects that After Effects has, like Sapphire and BCC, which are like the main effects that you basically need, and probably the only effects that you'll ever need except for Saber. And that's the only thing that Vegas has missing, but that's the plugin creator's fault, not Vegas's fault. And now I know that there are newer Vegases than Sony Vegas 18 Pro. In my opinion, Sony Vegas 18 Pro is the best version of Vegas. I have used 16, 15, and 19. But I only used them once. I didn't like them. And the Vegas is now declining. Like, I use it way less because After Effects does have Twixtor. And I can't have it in Vegas because the plugin won't install there. If we're looking at like prices and stuff, even though most editors get them from like pirates, pirates give them for free. But like if we're generally talking about price, I know it's really bad, but it's simple. Like if you don't want anything like super crazy, even though you can make crazy edits, if you don't need crazy edits, or like yes, let's say you're like me and you're creating content on YouTube or TikTok, Vegas is really a good program. But most YouTubers and editors actually use After Effects because it has way more presets. It's also easier to find presets in videos, like graphics, quality tutorials and stuff like that. It's way more easier, but I'm gonna have to say that Vegas, in my opinion, is S tier. Alright, it's S tier for me. I have used it for like, I'm pretty sure like 4 years now. Ever since COVID, I used it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure in 2020 or 20 and 21, I started using it, and I've been using it ever since. I still use it in my card edits, except like less. I use it way less, but I still use it. But for creating content, I will always edit on Vegas. All right, I will always edit on Vegas unless I get like super good at After Effects. I will use Vegas for probably eternity. Now, the next software, After Effects. I know that most of you will put it at an S tier or A tier, but there's one flaw why Vegas is way better than After Effects. So, as you can see, I have After Effects open, right? Okay, I'm not going to show you. I am actually working on an edit, right? When you do quad edits like me, I will put up the clip here. This clip took me like an hour to just render, and the thing is, this effect right here took me like 40 minutes to do, because in After Effects it's very weird. Like, it's not in Vegas, of course. Like, Vegas is also known for crashing, but in Vegas it doesn't need to render the video. You can just hit play. Sometimes it will crash if you're using a lot of effects and stuff like that. It will lag, yes. it will definitely lag. And if also you try to render, it could render very slowly. Although After Effects, sometimes it runs very good, but sometimes it runs like horseshit. Especially if I'm trying to make an edit, a very good one, and try an effect I've never used before. I don't have any presets. I actually don't use any presets. This effect right here. Like I said, it took me 40 minutes only because when I try to play it again, After Effects has to render the video, and no matter what resolution I put it at, it just renders so fucking slow. So that's why I'm giving it a half. How good the fucking hello? I'm gonna put it at B tier, but let's just imagine it's halfway there, okay? Let's just imagine it's halfway there. Now, Premiere Pro. Some people say it is basically After Effects. I myself agree it is basically After Effects, but a little bit different. If you're an After Effects editor, and if you switch to Premiere Pro in a week, you will have basically the same skill. Not because Premiere Pro is easier or something like that. It's just what I've watched. It's very similar to After Effects. Since I've used it actually like once, and it was for 20 minutes, I'm gonna have to give it B tier. Only because I think it's very similar to After Effects. Only that's why. Now, I forgot what this was. So, iMovie. I've never used it, and I've only seen one edit that was made on iMovie, and it was pretty darn good, right? It comes with MacBooks. So I don't think you have to pay for anything if you have a MacBook, which is pretty good. Like, you don't have to pay, and let's say you're creating content where you don't need like crazy editing. It's pretty good, so I will have to give it C tier, but only because I've never used it and I've seen one edit and it was pretty darn good, and also because it was free. Now, Alight Motion. I've never actually used it, but there is this one guy called Brexer. Actually, no, Alight Motion owns a bunch of fucking styles. VSP, it's like the After Effects version on mobile. That's what I've heard from Alight Motion users, except on mobile. But you do have to pay for it, and on mobile, it is actually very hard to find pirates that give you stuff for free. So I'm gonna have to give it actually B tier, since it is, from what I have heard, it's fairly similar to After Effects. Alright, so After Motion. It is the free version of Alight Motion. That's what I know. It's basically the free version of Alight Motion, except it has a watermark, which doesn't actually bother me very much. When I see an After Motion edit, it doesn't bother me so much. But I'm gonna have to still say B tier, because it is fairly similar. Actually, you know what? I'm putting After Effects on A tier. Alright, so Capcut. Now I'm gonna rate the version. I'm gonna rate the version that was before Capcut Pro. And I understand that Capcut and Pro does have more features than the old version of Capcut, where it didn't have CapCut Pro. But I'm still on the base rated off of the old version, because in my opinion that was way better. Now, CapCut, I've used it actually for free in my edits, and that was before I knew how to do shakes. Now, CapCut, I'm gonna actually rate it A tier. The reason why is because it is very simple. It is the Filmora version of mobile, except with way more stuff you can do. I actually very like, because I used to use Filmora. I'm gonna get back to that, and when we get to Filmora, what I've seen is that there are actually very good editors on CapCut. Like this Yasin Media, he's very good, and you can kind of tell it is CapCut, or like made on mobile, but it is so fucking good. It is very good, except like not After Effects level. It is very good. Now, CapCut PC, I'm gonna have to give it a fucking C tier. It sucks. I know that like it doesn't make sense. How can you rate the CapCut mobile version higher than the PC version? I've tried CapCut PC once, and it was so ass, bro. Well, it is free. Alright, yeah, it is free. Nah, still giving you fucking C tier. It doesn't. I'm pretty sure it doesn't have any Capcut Pro features. Like everything is for free, but it sucks ass. When you try a different software or program other than CapCut, you will like, just realize how ass it is. It lacks fucking everything. It lacks. Of course, it's really simple, but it lacks so many effects and customizability. Well, not like customizability, but like editing features. It lacks so much of that. Of course, that was the last year ago. I tried it last year, so it's probably had an update since then. It's probably gotten a lot better, but I'm speaking from experience. It sucks ass. Now, Filmora. Now, all the OGs. OGs. No, this was the fucking shit. This was the program. This was the program everyone used to use when it came to Fortnite montage. It was like chapter 1, season 8, I'm pretty sure. When I saw Serpentine use montage, and I was like, I'm gonna try to recreate it, but I realized that editing softwares cost money, and this one is free. Of course, I was so bad at editing back then. I used it for like 2 to 3 years, and it's I still sucked, but I did get better over time. Except I'm not like I was never at the level I am right now. But it is basically CapCut, except with a huge watermark. And for those of you who don't know, Catalyst, who is, I would say, the best card editor out there. He used to use Filmora and make Fortnite montages too. So me and Catalyst are legit editing brothers, except I have more experience and I've used Filmora longer, and he didn't use Vegas. So I'm gonna actually give it. And but the thing is, when I used it, it really, really sucked. But when I tried like an updated version, there were so many new effects. Like they actually update this software and they add more effects, a bit easier to edit. Except the only thing it doesn't have are speed ramps. Like you can't make speed ramps. You have to manually split the clips. Like it doesn't even give you a preview on how it will look when you add some slow motion. It's not used for like edits, like crazy edits. It's more like for creators who don't have much time. But like if you also buy the version, I'm pretty sure it was like $20 a month, which is fairly cheap, or even less. I'm pretty sure it was, which is very, very cheap, and you unlock a bunch more effects. Then I guess I will have to give it A tier. I know, oh, this shit program and this and that is fucking higher than Premiere Pro or Alight Motion. All because they updated this shit, and it's fairly cheap. There is also a free version. It was CapCut before CapCut, and it was way better. Now, Davinchi Resolve. I've heard a bunch of positive things about this program. I've used it also once. I kind of didn't like it, but it's like the free version of After Effects. It doesn't have a watermark. It's fairly good. It's basically Filmora After Effects, but the free version with no watermarks, and they also update this app. It just doesn't come with effects. You have to find scripts and plugins yourself, which for some of them you have to pay, which doesn't actually make any sense, but for some of them you have to pay, I guess, but this program also is used by filmmakers, well, like film editors, so I will have to give it B tier. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna give fucking this that. I already said complete ass. Why the fuck did I not get it? Okay. Now, VideoStar. I'm pretty sure VideoStar editors have the best shakes. I'm pretty sure. I am pretty darn sure they have the best shakes. But I've never used it or ever seen it. I've just seen some of their shakes because I was looking at After Effects tutorials. So I'm gonna have to give it D. This is my opinion on editing softwares. This is a person giving you a tip that's been editing for 6 years, probably even more. Start off with the best program, After Effects, because it is probably the hardest software there is in the whole entire world, editing world. It is probably the hardest software you will ever learn. And when people say, "Oh, first start off with a beginner app or software like Capcut or Filmora or Davinci, and then move on," no, that is the wrong advice, because you will be stuck to like the beginner apps. Trust me, I'm speaking from experience. It was so hard for me to switch to Vegas from Filmora, and it was way harder for me to switch, or okay, not switch, but like use After Effects when I've been using Vegas for 4 years. So the one tip I'm going to give you is start off with After Effects or Vegas or Premiere Pro if you're on PC. But if you're on mobile, start off with Aftermotion or Alight Motion. Depends if you want to pay. Because trust me, you don't want to start off with beginner software or apps unless you don't have to do any crazy editing and you just need to cut clips or whatnot or add some basic subtitles. If that's all you need, then you can pretty much use any software you want. But if you want to like make crazy edits, be the best editor, or like Finzar type edits, or Woodle type edits, or Catalyst type edits, or Mine type edits, start off with any one of these free programs. Trust me, because if you do start off with beginner programs or apps, trust me, it will be just a waste of time. It's better to learn these free programs or apps, and will probably take a bit longer to learn, but there are more tutorials on these programs or apps than any other apps or programs. The only exception is CapCut. It has so much fucking users and tutorials, but it's not made for crazy editing. It's not made for crazy editing.